Think you've seen all of America's national parks? Think again! Today we're counting down the 10 least visited national parks. Hidden gems you've probably never heard of. Forget the usual suspects like Yellowstone and Yosemite. We're diving into parks so remote and pristine you'll feel like you've stepped onto another planet. I'm here to share these off-the-beaten-path wonders, from Arctic wilderness to tropical islands, ancient forests to volcanic landscapes. These parks are wild, beautiful, and waiting for you. So grab your virtual hiking boots and get ready to discover some serious natural beauty. Let's jump in. Number 10 is Gates of the Arctic National Park in Alaska, a place so wild and untouched that even your GPS might just throw up its hands and quit. This is not your average national park. This is the edge of the map, a land where the rules of civilization simply don't apply. Remote doesn't even begin to cover it. Imagine a place where the nearest road is hundreds of miles away, and the only sounds are the wind, the rivers, and the calls of distant wildlife. Here, the landscape stretches endlessly, a patchwork of tundra, mountains, and wild rivers that seem to go on forever. There are no roads, no trails, and no visitor centers. Just pure, unspoiled wilderness that's actually bigger than the entire country of Belgium. It's a place where nature is in charge and humans are just visitors, passing through a world that has remained unchanged for thousands of years. Getting there isn't as simple as hopping in your car. You'll need to charter a bush plane or embark on a serious backcountry trek carrying everything you need to survive. There are no signs, no cell service, and definitely no Wi-Fi. It's just you, your gear, and the wild. This is the ultimate digital detox. If you're looking to unplug, you won't find a better place. Here you can truly disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with yourself. Surrounded by silence and solitude that's almost impossible to find anywhere else. The Brooks Range Mountains rise dramatically from the tundra, their peaks dusted with snow even in summer. Wild glacial rivers carve their way through the valleys, and the silence is so deep you can actually hear your own heartbeat. It's a landscape that feels both ancient and alive. Wildlife here is abundant and truly wild. Massive herds of caribou migrate across the tundra, Dall sheep cling to rocky slopes, and muskoxen graze in the open valleys. Wolves and grizzly bears roam free, living as they have for millennia, undisturbed by the presence of people. The park's name comes from two towering mountains that stand like sentinels on either side of the Koyukuk River, natural gates that mark the entrance to the wild north. Passing between them feels like stepping into another world, one ruled by nature and time. Why so few visitors? It's not just the remoteness, it's the challenge. This park demands real grit, self-reliance, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. It's a place for true adventurers, not casual tourists. But for those who make the journey, the reward is an experience unlike any other. A true adventure in one of America's last great wildernesses. You'll return with stories, memories, and a sense of accomplishment that few can claim. This isn't a place for a quick visit. It's not a day trip. It's a journey into the heart of the wild, where every step takes you further from civilization and deeper into the unknown. If you want bragging rights, this is the park for you. Few can say they've truly experienced the raw, untamed beauty of Gates of the Arctic. Gates of the Arctic, where the map ends, the adventure begins, and the wild still reigns supreme. Number 9. Kobuk Valley National Park, Alaska. Sand dunes in the Arctic? You bet. The Great Kobuk Sand Dunes cover 25 square miles, with some dunes over 100 feet high. Imagine caribou migrating across a sea of sand above the Arctic Circle. No roads lead here. You fly in or boat up the Kobuk River. The park is a blend of tundra, boreal forest, and ancient archaeological sites like Onion Portage. Twice a year, 500,000 caribou pass through, an epic migration. It's a land of contrasts: sand, snow, forest, and history. Few make the journey, but those who do see a side of Alaska most never imagine. Kobuk Valley is Alaska's secret beach. Just bring a warm jacket. It's a photographer's dream and an adventurer's paradise. Arctic sand dunes, unexpected, unforgettable. Number 8, Lake Clark National Park, Alaska. This is Alaska's highlight reel. Volcanoes, turquoise lakes, and bears galore. Two active volcanoes, Mount Redoubt and Mount Iliamna, loom over the landscape. Brown bears gather along the coast to feast on salmon, nature's live show. The park's namesake, Lake Clark, glows an unreal blue, fed by glaciers. No roads in, you fly by float plane, landing on lakes or the coast. The landscape shifts from salt marshes to alpine tundra and glaciers. The Dena'ina Athabascan people have called this place home for centuries. It's wild, raw, and deeply beautiful. Bear viewing, kayaking, hiking, adventure is everywhere. Few visitors, endless wilderness. Lake Clark is where Alaska's spirit comes alive. Bring your camera and your bear spray. This is the real Alaska. Number 7. Isle Royale National Park, Michigan. Tucked away in the far reaches of Lake Superior, this wild and windswept island is so close to Canada, you might just hear a polite "sorry" echoing across the water. But make no mistake, this is pure American wilderness, and it's unlike anywhere else in the country. Isle Royale is a massive, forested island closer to the Canadian border than the US mainland. In fact, it's so remote that you'll feel like you've crossed into another world, one where nature rules and people are just visitors. There are no roads, no cars, and no bridges connecting you to civilization. The only way to get here is by ferry or seaplane, making every arrival feel like the start of a true adventure. The journey itself is part of the magic, as you leave behind the noise and bustle of the mainland. Once you set foot on Isle Royale, you're greeted by over 165 miles of rugged hiking trails that wind through dense forests, along rocky shorelines, and past countless sparkling lakes and hidden bays. It's a paradise for backpackers, kayakers, and anyone who craves pure, unspoiled wilderness. The only traffic jams you'll encounter here are caused by the island's most famous residents, moose. Spotting one of these gentle giants on the trail is a rite of passage for every visitor. Isle Royale is also home to one of the world's longest-running wildlife studies, focusing on the delicate balance between its moose and wolf populations. It's a real-life nature drama, unfolding in the forests and meadows, where researchers and visitors alike watch the story of predator and prey play out year after year. But there's more to Isle Royale than just wildlife. The island has a rich history of ancient copper mining, and you can still find traces of old mining sites and weathered fishing boats along the shore. Today it's a sanctuary for wildlife and a haven for those seeking solitude and reflection. Nights here are spent under a sky bursting with stars, far from city lights, while days are filled with hiking, paddling, or simply soaking in the peace and quiet. The sense of isolation is profound, and the beauty is unforgettable. Isle Royale is the ultimate escape from modern life, a place where you can truly disconnect, breathe deeply, and let the wildness of nature restore your spirit. Few people make the journey each year, but those who do are rewarded with peace, adventure, and maybe a moose or two. It's a place where memories are made and worries are left behind. If you're looking to disconnect from the digital world and recharge your soul, Isle Royale is your island. Here, solitude isn't just possible, it's guaranteed. Wild, remote, and unforgettable, Isle Royale is a place that stays with you long after you leave. Just don't forget your water wings. After all, adventure here always starts and ends on the water. So pack your bags, grab your sense of adventure, and remember, on Isle Royale, the journey is just as epic as the destination. Number 6. North Cascades National Park, Washington. Tucked away in the far reaches of the Pacific Northwest, this park is a true gem that many travelers overlook. Just 3 hours from Seattle, North Cascades feels like a world apart. Despite its proximity to the city, it remains one of the least visited national parks in the country, making it perfect for those seeking peace and solitude. Often called the American Alps, the park is a dramatic landscape of rugged, snow-capped peaks, more than 300 active glaciers, and countless turquoise lakes that shimmer in the sunlight. The scenery here is nothing short of breathtaking. Diablo Lake, with its surreal, electric blue waters, is a must-see. Its vibrant color comes from glacial silt, and it's a favorite spot for photographers and nature lovers alike. Hiking in the North Cascades offers something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a gentle stroll along a forested path or a challenging trek deep into the backcountry, you'll find trails that wind through wildflower meadows, old-growth forests, and up to panoramic viewpoints. The main road, North Cascades Highway, is only open seasonally, usually from late spring to early fall, because heavy snowfall closes it in winter. This limited access helps keep the crowds down and preserves the park's wild character. Most of the park is designated wilderness, so to truly experience its magic, you'll need to lace up your boots and hit the trails. The best views are reserved for those willing to venture a little farther from the road. Wildlife thrives here. Keep your eyes peeled for black bears foraging in the forests, nimble mountain goats navigating rocky slopes, and marmots whistling in the alpine meadows. Ancient forests draped in moss, wild rivers rushing through deep valleys, and a sense of untouched wilderness await every visitor. The North Cascades are a sanctuary for those who crave nature's quiet beauty. What's truly remarkable is how close this wild, untamed landscape is to the city. In just a few hours, you can leave the urban bustle behind and find yourself surrounded by towering peaks and pristine wilderness. For those willing to explore, North Cascades is a hidden mountain kingdom, an adventure playground for hikers, climbers, and anyone who loves the outdoors. Seattle's best-kept secret, the North Cascades offer endless opportunities for discovery. From sunrise vistas to hidden viewpoints, every visit reveals something new. So lace up your boots, pack your sense of adventure, and come discover the American Alps for yourself. The North Cascades are waiting. Number 5. Katmai National Park, Alaska. Home to the world-famous brown bears of Brooks Falls and the Valley of 10,000 Smokes, watch bears catch leaping salmon, nature's most iconic live stream. The Valley of 10,000 Smokes is a vast, ash-filled landscape from a 1912 volcanic eruption. Getting here means a float plane ride and a sense of adventure. Brooks Camp can get busy, but the rest of the park is pure wilderness. Hike across volcanic ash, kayak wild rivers, or fish in pristine waters. Katmai is a place of contrasts, bear crowds at the falls, solitude everywhere else. The scale and wildness are immense. For wildlife lovers and geology buffs, it's a dream come true. Book early for Brooks Camp or blaze your own trail in the wilds. Katmai, where bears and volcanoes rule. Number 4. Wrangell St. Elias National Park, Alaska. The largest national park in the U.S., over 13 million acres. Bigger than Switzerland with 9 of the 16 highest U.S. peaks. Towering mountains, colossal glaciers, wild rivers, adventure on a massive scale. Only 2 rough roads enter the park, most of it is true wilderness. Explore the historic mining town of Kennecott or take a flight-seeing tour over glaciers. The Malaspina Glacier is larger than Rhode Island. Much of the park is only accessible by bush plane or multi-day expeditions. Weather is unpredictable and the wildness is real. It's not for casual tourists, it's for true adventurers. Wrangell St. Elias is a land of superlatives and raw beauty. Bring a map, a satellite phone, and your sense of awe. This is Alaska on an epic scale. Number 3, Dry Tortugas National Park, Florida, a tropical paradise 70 miles west of Key West. 7 remote islands, crystal clear waters, and the massive Fort Jefferson. No roads, arrive by ferry or seaplane. Snorkel vibrant coral reefs, swim with sea turtles, and explore the historic fort. The islands are pristine thanks to limited access. No food or water on the islands. Bring everything you need. Birdwatchers flock here for rare species and massive nesting colonies. It's a true escape. Sun, history, and underwater wonders. Dry Tortugas is a slice of paradise for those willing to make the journey. Pack your snorkel and sense of adventure. Florida's hidden island gem awaits. Number 2, Great Basin National Park, Nevada. Not your typical Nevada scene, home to ancient bristlecone pines, some nearly 5,000 years old. Explore Lehman Caves, a marble wonderland of stalactites and rare formations. Hike the South Snake Range, summit Wheeler Peak, and find a glacier in the desert. The park's remote location means dark skies, perfect for stargazing. Annual Astronomy Festival draws sky watchers from everywhere. Few visitors, endless peace and quiet. Great Basin is a place of contrasts, ancient trees, deep caves, and star-filled nights. It's a hidden gem for those who seek the unexpected. Discover Nevada's wild side. Number 1. Congaree National Park, South Carolina. The least visited, but a true giant in the southeast. Home to one of the largest old-growth bottomland hardwood forests in the U.S. Towering loblolly pines, oaks, and bald cypresses create a cathedral-like canopy. Explore via boardwalks and trails or paddle through flooded forests by canoe. Wildlife abounds, river otters, deer, turtles, and countless birds. It's peaceful, wild, and feels ancient. The park is new to the national park roster, so it's still a secret. Mosquitoes? Sure, but don't let that stop you. Congaree is a living museum of the Southeast's natural history. Step into a world of giants and quiet wonder. What a journey! 10 hidden national parks, each with its own wild magic. Ready for a quick trivia challenge? Which park is famous for ancient bristlecone pines and caves? Answer: Great Basin. What's the largest national park in the U.S.? Answer: Wrangell St. Elias. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Like, share, and subscribe for more explorations. Until next time, keep exploring. The wild is waiting.